Most kids don't even know that the world is sacred. That's because they spend most of their time in front of their TV or in front of their video games.
When we say what the, you say frack. What the frack? What the frack? When we say what the, you say frack. What the frack? What the frack? Fracking rips apart the essence of our land, is destroying the earth, and we gotta get it banned. Lilling down to water with deadly compounds. I'll push them to the earth to get the gas they found.
I learned that all life is sacred. That each and every one of us is deeply connected not only to one another, but to the world around us. And the issues and the crises we're facing in our planet are affecting our local communities, are affecting ourselves because of our connection to this earth. And us as humans, we have a lot of power.
Here we are outside the Earth Guardians. We're going to knock on the door, see if they're around, and we're going to say hello. Come on in.
Hello.
Shoot that squat.
Yeah.
Good to meet you. Finally, man. I'm looking forward to it. D-Squad Lee, good to see you. How are you guys doing?
Welcome, welcome. This is our HQ, EGHQ.
EGHQ headquarters. You guys spend a lot of time here?
Definitely, yeah. We do a lot of meetings in this back room here. I'll give you guys a quick little tour of just some of the offices.
Cheers. Yeah, we'll go in, we'll sit down, and we'll get ready to work here.
For sure. This is like just a waiting room, you know. This is my mom's desk. Some of our awards that we've gotten recently. Usually we got some more stuff on the community board as we keep putting more stuff. This is kind of cool. This wall is kind of just a bunch of different like newspaper clippings.
A lot of different articles on what you guys have accomplished.
Yeah, over probably like the last 20 years. You know, this is some of these are from like 1995 when they were doing a youth tour, a tour with this torch of hope that they carried all around the world.
I was going to ask you about that. You guys obviously weren't involved in 1992.
I wasn't even alive.
You weren't even alive then. But that's the kind of like the origin of all this, where it all started, right?
That was like the first generation of Earth Guardians. Those were the guys that came before me. So these are just a bunch of different articles from different parts of the world when we were in Australia. Just a bunch of cool stuff.
I see this one, Advocate for the Earth. I love that.
That's one of my latest ones.
And what article, what publication, where's that at?
That was, I think the day, I actually don't remember.
That's right, we'll get back to it, no worries. But
yeah.
Any case, you're getting a lot of publicity for what you guys are doing.
It's cool. It shares our message with the broader network. This is my little brother, D-Squad Lee.
D-Squad Lee. Good to meet you again, bud. I'm glad you're on the Mother Nature's Warriors today.
Yeah.
Taking the time out. Where's your picture on this? I'm sure you're on here somewhere too, right?
It's right there and right. That's not me. That's not me.
What do you do?
Not me.
What's your passion?
Okay, so I'm right there too. So as you can see, kind of in that photo, I'm an 11-year-old environmental, indigenous, magician, parkourist activist.
Wow,
So,
that's a lot.
Yeah.
Did you play your primary roles? One is the message through performance.
Yeah,
is that
well,
your big part of what you're doing?
it's because. So my brother does like most talking, but when I come up, I like to perform rap. So I do rap to educate youth around the world because, you know, personally I think that, you know, all the younger generations, you know, they're like listening to rap, you know, they don't kind of want to listen to like a 2-hour TED Talk, you know?
Right.
But when you engage them with something they like and when you're their age, and I feel like they'll listen to you
They
more.
can relate and they can listen to that, definitely. Who's the better rapper? You or your brother?
I say we're close.
Equal? Close?
I think he got me beat with stage presence.
Cool, nice. You guys have both your own strengths to bring to the table. That's cool. Let's check out the rest of the location here, headquarters. Thank you guys for having me here. I do appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for involving us in this incredible production. I'm really excited about it.
Yeah, Mother Nature Warriors is in its infancy. It's just starting, but I believe in the cause. And like you guys, I'm older, at 38 years old. I've done a lot of work that was more, I'll say, selfish, ego involved. But I believe that our environment is worth fighting for. So when I came with Mother Nature Warriors, I said, you know, this is selfless, and this is something that needs to get out to the world. People need to have more of a connection with the environment. So the whole point is to find people that are making an effort in the world and highlight those efforts. And you guys, as a younger generation, you know, educating and equipping the youth, to empower them to make efforts as far as helping the environment. That is huge. So can you introduce yourself and let's see how you got involved?
Yeah. My name is Shutaskat Tanatiu. I'm 14 years old. I'm a producer. I'm a hip hop artist. I'm a hip hop choreography dancer. Been on the front lines of climate and environmental activism for about the last 8 years. When I was 9, I started up the 3rd generation of Earth Guardians. The first and second generation, you know, started in Maui in 1992, and so kind of carrying that forth.
Could you tell us a little about that? I know
Yeah,
Tamara,
yeah.
you're the
Yeah,
director.
definitely. So the director of Earth Guardians, the founder, was my mom, Tamara. And in 1992 in Maui, Hawaii, she brought together a bunch of young people and decided she wanted to open a school on Maui, and it was really, really powerful. Just a lot. There was, I think, 60 students, 9 teachers. They dedicated all of their studies all around the environment. You know, when they would do science, they would study life
Right.
in the tide pools, and they would go up to the different volcanoes, and they would study the earth and connect to land. They did a lot of community work as well. They worked on the burning of the sugarcane. They worked on getting junk mail out of their post offices. They worked with different whale and ocean conservation groups. So they got a lot done there. Then they came and they did an incredible tour around the United States, hitting over 20 states, doing performances, speaking, spreading their message. And what they saw is that just the kids on the mainland, they needed Earth Guardians so much. And everywhere they would go, a couple of kids would hop on the bus and come with
Nice.
them to the next spot. And it was really amazing. So they settled down here in Boulder. And then my older sister, Issa, who is 25 now, she started up the second generation of Earth Guardians, who did a bunch of work in high schools. A lot of their focus was around high school presentations and getting a lot of high schools motivated and engaged. She then did a really huge event with Robert F. Kennedy. They flew him out here and they did a huge aerial picture of the Earth and money and
How it's out of balance.
it's like a huge aerial shoot, and they put everybody laying down in the grass in a big park, making shapes with their bodies, and it was a scale.
Okay.
The Earth was on one side, and the money sign was on the other side. They flew up with a helicopter. John Quigley, he does these photo shoots all over the world, and he directed that.
And what was the message of this picture? Was it
About how-
money was more important than the earth, or what?
Well, what it was is that it's out of balance. There's a lack of balance. Was a message around that, and that we have to continue to begin to highlight Earth as far more important than profit, greed, resources. So the Earth was above profits and money. So that was pretty successful. I mean, she did a lot of incredible work. Now she's really heavily pursuing her music and gets up on stage with us every now and then, and she's an amazing singer. So then when I was 9, just with this incredible foundation of activism, of action and of inspiration in my family, you know, I've been around it. I sat in on my sister's meetings all the time when I was a little kid.
Did you always connect with it?
Yeah, I mean-
from the beginning, or did it eventually grow on you more and you
I think
felt more passionate about it?
I think it was kind of hard when I was really little to really understand it. I was present though, you know, I understood the importance and just, I always had a connection to the earth. But yeah, I mean, I really got engaged when I was 6. That's when I did my first public speaking engagement. When I was 9, I then founded the third generation of Earth Guardians around pesticides was the issue that we began to deal with. And we got pesticides banned in all public parks. Here
So you
in
deal with
Boulder.
local issues and international issues, obviously.
Yeah, we kept
right?
building up. We worked on getting coal ash regulated. We worked on
The GMOs,
fracking, just a bunch of different local issues, getting plastic and paper bags banned and getting fees on that. Worked with a bunch of different groups to municipalize Boulder.
So Squat Lee, you've been always involved with this as well, buddy? Or when did you hop in and start helping your brother?
So I've always been like with my brother. He gave his first speech when he was 6 years old. There's an amazing video of it on YouTube. But
Nice. Have to see that one.
I was just like, I don't know, but I was always there with him. And I don't know, I guess after a while he inspired me to do something about it. And then we started having an Earth Guardian meeting after a pesticides rally. And my mom, she's like, we started doing presentations to schools. And my mom said, well, why don't you guys make a rap? That's what the old generation would have done, or the first generation would have done. So we made a rap, and I joined in on it, and that like inspired my love of rapping.
That's phenomenal. I love the fact that you guys in your website says how you want to harbor or bring out the creative spirit in people. What is it about the creative element in people if you can harness that? Does that help?
Just to speak to that quickly, and then I think Itzcockly could also respond to this, is just whether it's hip-hop or whether it's dancing or art or photography or cinematography or sports or, you know, whatever it is that inspires you, that really just makes you feel alive. You know, you can take those passions, those things that we love to do, and you can push that into action, you know?
So if you're in touch with your creative spirit, it'll also help you in this passion to helping the environment kind of thing.
Definitely. I think there's a very powerful connection between that.
I think once people use their creativity, it outbursts into millions of different things. Like when we started rapping, our group started outbursting everywhere. So I think it's all about creativity and finding a way to connect one passion to another to
reach more people.
Yeah, to make more people, I guess. Yeah.
That makes complete sense. If you're in touch with yourself and you're aware of what your passions are and your creative abilities, I think naturally you're going to be more in touch with your environment and your surroundings.
Mm-hmm.